Shut up and sit down.
Alright everybody, welcome back to Rebel Trading Group Podcast episode 25. I'm Nathan Oliphant, and with me as always is the gluten-free Jason Bessing. How are we, people? How are
Jason Bessing, what is going on? It's been a long week, man. It's been a while. It's been like 10 days since we've done this shit.
It's been a bit.
I'm getting rusty. We're busy people though, man.
Fucking
We're
tired.
busy. Hard.
So
I'm
tired, man.
We have early mornings.
God.
We talk about this all the time, but like, dude, we text each other at 3 in the morning.
It's unbelievable. I'm so tired.
It's great. You're the only friend that I have up at that time. I have another friend. He's a mutual friend. He's up, but he's usually just drinking and trashed. So
Love him.
Love him. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's dive into it. Like I said, sorry about the wait past few weeks, but we are back, and here we go. Dow Jones up 30 points, NASDAQ up 29 points, SP up 5.99, we'll call it 6 points. Kind of a sideways day. We had a nice spike up and then kind of a sell-off late in the afternoon. About a 100-point swing or so. The Bitcoin sitting at 6,000, good old blink 182, 6,182. Dude, just so there's no volatility, and then when there is volatility, it's the downside. So
Right. I just need movement.
I'm still well, I meant more so on the crypto space there.
Oh, I wonder if you could probably imply like option strategies into crypto, especially with futures and stuff. Right?
Yeah, with futures you could. Yeah, you could do all kinds of crazy shit. But
God, we should do that, dude.
The futures at the end of the day, you are forced to buy the asset.
So what if you just sell the contract though?
Hey, well, then you're just flipping contracts. But yeah, crypto space, not a lot of volatility, and when it is there, it's usually to the downside. I think this is a buyer's market right now. I think this is a good time to keep buying more. Remember, it's a currency, so it's trading against your dollar, so
It's becoming more valuable.
It's becoming more valuable as you're getting more bang for your buck here, and there's always more upside potential as the kinks get worked out. I think we're in a little bear market here, a little correction, a little Bitcoin correction, but I'm going to continue to buy it. Nathan, where are you at? Where you stand on this crypto market?
I don't know, because like people around January were saying Bitcoin 50,000. And it just seems, I guess in any bear market, any kind of optimism seems unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like, when is it going to stop? You have that feeling.
Yeah.
And
sorry, go on.
I mean, I just feel like it'll follow like a herd mentality for a while until it just becomes like really like there's buy orders. If you look at that GDAX, there's buy orders down at like 5,000. There's tons of it.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it like right now. Like there's some strength here at 6,000. We're at 61 right now, but there's a lot of strength at 6,000.
I told you, I like Bitcoin around like 4,000 or 5,000. I'd buy it at like 4,900, maybe like 5,200. I'd buy it at 5,200.
Like a nice solid drop.
Yeah, I would start like buying into Bitcoin.
If you got it around 5,000 and she returns back to her highs, you're gonna quadruple.
Yeah.
That's nothing to fuck around with. 400% returns is no. This isn't your daddy's Bitcoin. This isn't your grandpa's crypto market. I don't know. It's interesting though. I continue to buy the dip though. My next purchase is at 5,575. So we're about $600 off there. So I'm a ways off. So I like it though. I'm gonna continue to watch it. I'm not really too active in it still, but I am in it. What are you thinking of our market? We've had a lot going on the past week. Let's go ahead and head over to you with market news with Nate before I get your...
If you're going to ask me about how I feel about the market, I'm looking at the Dow Jones, and that graph, I feel like it has a lot of like upward support at its like point right now. Like as soon as like if you look at the graph, it's got like really good support levels around that 24, 25 area. So I like the Dow Jones now. Buy it now?
Are you what chart are you looking at? Are you looking at the 3 month, 1 month? What do you like?
I like the 3 months.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I pulled up, and I get what you're saying. I kind of see it. I'm pulling up the candles here now. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that this continues to be not even a news driven market, but a tweet driven market.
Yeah, boy.
So whatever is going on, I feel like can definitely break through the technicals. Any tweet will just override that. But
even if you look at the 1 year, like if you draw like lines on the dips, it's got like upward support.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if it doesn't have much upward support, it doesn't have much more to fall. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, buy it on the way down, dude.
I think you're right. I think this is a good sideways place to be. There's just a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of just a lot of shit going on. Well, why don't we go ahead and have you explain that in market news with Nathan Oliver?
All right, I got some tabs open, so I guess we'll go across. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see. Supreme Court. Let's see. Okay, so I saw this. I just clicked on it. I liked it. I liked the title of the headline. I didn't read any of it. I'm not gonna read it. I just gonna leave it at the headline, and we'll leave the link in the description. Indiana child fires handgun found in sofa at IKEA 1 hour ago from BBC.com.
I like that. I like how that has nothing to do with the market, but that is so vital.
Absolutely.
I think it's hilarious. Someone hit a gun in an IKEA.
And then a child
I hate to say it, but it's kind of fucking genius.
Yeah. All right.
But I feel like there's tons of security cameras. Like, how do you get away just tucking a gun? I don't know. You could totally sneak that. Like, oh yeah, feel this couch. It's good. And like you're rubbing on it. You like tuck behind your waistband. You pull out your gun. You just tuck in, and you just act like you're rubbing on the sofa. And you're just like, you're out. You're out with your burqa, and you are gone.
All right, next up in the news is Supreme Court has upheld President Donald Trump's travel ban. A ruling was 5-4 along partisan lines. Of course, why wouldn't it be? With Chief Justice John Roberts writing for the conservative majority. This is from CNN, so it's going to sound biased that I hate Republicans. But it is that way, though. I mean, like, the conservatives voted that way. And I think they said it was, like, in his presidential scope, or scope of presidential authority. It's, like, exactly what it says. So that's...
on that travel ban. They've been fighting that for, like, a year and a half now.
I guess watch...
I remember I was in college. They were dealing with that.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be...
They say that... I'm sorry.
That might be market kind of... affecting, I guess.
Well, I remember when it was going on.
What's happening in the world right now?
I remember when that travel ban shit was first going on, like it meant anything.
Yeah.
A lot of travel stocks, hotels, airlines, shit like that, kind of took a very exaggerated sell-off. Nothing like major, but you saw some 5-7% sell-offs across the board. Especially a lot of like I said, hotel REITs and stuff, and it was completely unwarranted because the travel ban came from areas that have so little impact on our tourist economy. Like I lived in Orlando, and that's nothing but fucking tourists, and they weren't Iranians and they weren't Syrians. I'll tell you that. They were South Americans mostly, if they were any international. But I thought that was just silly. So you might see that kind of resurface here, but I don't know. I feel like that shit's just overplayed. That's old news.
Okay, so next up on the news is General Electric is out of the Dow, and in comes WBA, Walgreens.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Boots Alliance? Yeah.
Yeah, Walgreens Boots Alliance. Yeah, that did happen.
Kicked out. Price-weighted Dow Jones welcomes, I think it's like 100-something. Oh, no, it's like 40-something. I don't know. 40 or 100-something. That's a pretty good range, isn't it, for a stock?
What, 40, 100?
40 to 100. Yeah, 66, 57.
It's somewhere in the triple digits. Somewhere in the doubles or singles.
Yeah, so welcome WBA to the DIA.
I find that to be very odd.
Walgreens?
Well, not so much because
company.
It's Walgreens. Okay, you removed a General Electric, which has many diverse. I always say like many diverse or like multiple different. Which has diverse areas of operations. You have GE Health, GE Aviation, GE Power. There's all kinds of shit. That had a lot of industrial impact on the United States. I feel like Walgreens doesn't compare on the economy, the U.S. economy, anywhere close to the scale that General Electric does. Does that make any sense? Like, you're
General
telling me,
Electric's
like,
not making money.
well, yeah, they're sucking right now, but they still have tons of business. They're still responsible for a lot of industrial production, I guess industrial production.
Yeah, our like breakers at Publix. I don't know if I can say this. Can I say this? Yeah, our GE.
Yeah,
a lot of fucking places have GE breakers and fucking control pads.
Mm-hmm. Control panel.
Like,
they do a lot of shit, wiring and products, and they're very, very, very diverse. I just feel like, as far as like our impact on the economy, like our gross domestic product, Walgreens is nowhere near General Electric.
What would GE do today?
GE today had a fucking day, Nathan.
Have a day. Have a Tuesday, GE.
Funny story. I was actually in her, and I was buying the dip, and I was starting to get a little nervous on her because she was getting like into almost the mid 12s, and all of a sudden she gaps up this morning, get a little alert on my phone, and she finishes up 7.76% for the day.
That's fucking great.
She's at 13.78. That's coming back from a close yesterday at 12.76. Literally went up an entire dollar and a penny. So GE had a great day.
That's excellent returns.
Excellent returns, especially overnight. A nice gap up, and that comes because they're selling off and they're spinning off some of their divisions. They said that they're going to put GE Health as one of its own businesses, and they're selling off large portions of their GE Power brand, which is one of their least profitable brand and most expensive. They're selling that to some private equity firm. So there's a lot of restructuring coming on. So if you are willing to HODL, he said the magic word. We're going to come back to that, though. We still got a little bit more market news from Nate.
Next up is Tesla. Why don't you tell us about Tesla? Because I don't really know this.
Tesla. I don't know the exact story. I'm going to pull it up while I'm telling it. But there was confirmed sabotage from an employee. I believe it was one of the plants in Mexico. Let's see what the actual. Let me see if I can fit it. Tesla worker admitted to sabotage. This was on June 19th. In an attempt to ramp up Model 3 production, it may have hit a new stumbling block. Unnamed employee admitted to sabotage the company's Fremont, California plant. Problem comes as Tesla scrambles to boost the production. Shares of Tesla fell 5% that day. Musk asked the Tesla employee had confessed to quite extensive and damaging sabotage to our operations. Made changes to computer code of company's manufacturing operating system. Also exported large amounts of highly sensitive company data to unknown third parties.
That's exciting.
They're stealing Tesla. Someone's stealing his technology.
Short Tesla.
There are a long list of organizations who want Tesla to die. These include Wall Street short sellers who have already lost billions of dollars and stand to lose a lot more. Then there are the oil and gas companies, the wealthiest industries in the world. They don't love the idea of Tesla advancing the progress of solar power and electric cars. Don't want to blow your mind, but rumor has it that those companies are sometimes not super nice. Then there are the multitude of big gas and diesel car company competitors. If they're willing to cheat so much about emissions, maybe they're willing to cheat in other ways.
All right, let's leave that link in the description, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up. That's a good one. That's money. That's from CNN.
All right, here we go. Next one, Fox and Disney. Let's get together and have a Fox Disney deal.
Man, finally.
How much was that? Like
$71 billion.
So that's a thing. Like, so once you do one thing, you can do another thing. So we're doing this now.
I don't know the exact terms of the offer, but I do know it is going to be stock and cash, so whichever you prefer. So I think they're offering somewhere in the ballpark of like $42 a share, something like that, 38 or 42. I don't know. Let's just say it's $42 a share, so you can either take that offer or you can trade like 3 shares of Fox for a share of Disney, something like that. So
that's cool.
That's the way it's going to end up working out. Rupert Murdoch, the CEO of 20th Century Fox, says that he believes it's going to be one of the most powerful and creative companies to ever be on the planet.
Dude, that's Family Guy and Disney.
That's big, dude.
That's huge.
It's big. Dude, they're getting that streaming service. Remember, I'm telling you, that fucking streaming service that they're getting, it is going to crush Netflix. And they just sucked up Fox. They added it to it. So they can put Family Guy on this. They can put The Simpsons on this. There's so much they can put on there. There's so many Fox movies. Fox has been around since the 20s. Beautiful. I love it. Love it. Long Disney, baby. We all know.
I think I'm gonna buy some. That's gonna be my first market buy tomorrow. I'm gonna let that motherfucker sit.
She's pulled back. She had that nice run up to almost 109 area, and she's pulled back down to like 104. So she's doing maybe not 109. I think it was about 108. But yeah, she's pulled back a little bit. I still think she's very strong here. I think this is still a good place to buy her.
Disney?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. You gotta have like at least a 2-year outlook, though. My opinion. You gotta be looking long, and you're getting a 1.5% dividend yield along the way.
Let's get it. Load up on DIS, people.
Do you have anything else for the market news?
Yeah, I do. Who is it? No, I think that's it. Just Donald Trump. Watch his tweets.
I got another one.
We got trade wars going on right now. You think we're in a war with Trump? Trump's in his war. Trump's got his war.
It's a business war.
It's a trading war. It's time. It's business. We're feeling it.
We've been taken advantage of in ways that are not transparent to the average person.
Oh, you know what happened? You know what happened recently?
Unfair. What?
They changed like how they were determining the VIX, right? Or the equation to the VIX.
I have not heard that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they were changing some like factors or something. I don't know.
Well, we know that the VIX, the volatility index or the fear gauge, is based off of the calls and the puts spreads of the S&P 500.
Is that really true?
Yes. So they gauge some sort of number between the price of the calls and the price of the spreads. And if there's like more money going to the puts, then they think like that the fear gauge is going up because more people are pushing for down and vice versa. That's how it's gauged right now. And the problem with owning a VIX security such as TVIX or VIXX or something like that is that you cannot securitize that algorithm. There's no way to like, you get what I'm saying? There's no way to like put that algorithm into a fund. So that's why there's a lot of tracking errors, and there's actually investigation to see if there's fraud and manipulation behind some of those VIX funds and trading vehicles. Interesting though, very interesting. Sort of. Another one today, I saw a OPEC, Iran. OPEC will be cutting out Iran. I guess it's like 1 million barrels or something like that. So that pushed the price of oil up because Trump asked to not support Iran, and I guess they're going with that. I'm going to get the full story here. But oil had a day. Energy actually did very well.
That's good.
It was the leading sector. Up XLE was up 1.26%. I would long energy. I think the top holder there is Exxon.
XXII. I have a share of XXII.
Why the fuck not, man?
Dude, they pay nice dividends, man.
Dude, they're good. They're great for like income, and they're great long-term hold. I think they have the answers to the. I think they have the answers to stick around.
Yeah, Rex Tillerson coming back.
Is he really?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard that. But
I guarantee you, he has so many holdings.
I'm sure he is.
That was fucking scary, man. Having an Exxon Mobil CEO as the Secretary of State. Insane. That's fucking dangerous. That's fucking dangerous.
He's the one who goes to meetings in Saudi Arabia. Are you kidding me? I was long XOM as long as Rex Tillerson was in office.
Now you just don't know.
Yeah, of course. I'm still about it. They still have their dividend. They're still paying.
Today's market vocabulary word is...
Let's get it.
Market capitalization.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a very simple one too. I think it's a good way to start.
It's very important too.
Very important. Market capitalization is more or less nothing but the value of the company. This is obtained by getting the amount of shares, and you multiply that by the stock price. So if there are 1 million shares of Exxon and the stock is at $10, the market cap is $10 million. Exxon would never be valued at that. But I'm just using that to use easy numbers.
That's a very small number.
That's a very small number. That number is going to be in the hundreds of millions to billions in the markets that we like to trade. But that's all it is, and it's a great way. I like to play large market cap stocks. Exxon would be an example. Your blue chips, some of your bigger banks, Ford. I like Apple, Microsoft. Those are your large market cap stocks. And it's definitely a good tool to know. It's definitely a good thing you need to know. You need to be able to analyze large cap stock companies.
You got it.
Fuck. Large?
Market cap.
You need to be able to
companies.
analyze that different than small cap stocks. You need to be able to know what you're looking at. And market cap is one of the very first things I look at when I'm looking at a company for the first time. When I come across something that looks interesting, first thing I look at is it under $1 billion. That's like my little magic number. I try not to go less than that. Anything less than that kind of goes into my next point before I want to get into our talking point for the day. Anything less than $1 billion, in my personal opinion, I like to call scumbag stocks.
Wow, jerk.
I know.
Why are you an asshole?
I'm not. Well, okay. So
What's
it's
your
not so much that I'm
problem?
an asshole. It's not so much that I'm an asshole. I am all about long-term growth. I'm all about aggressive growth at the same time. But there's a lot of scumbag stocks out there. And what I mean by scumbag stocks is that there are a ton of stocks out there that are nothing but a fucking trading vehicle. For example, I looked at one today. It's XXII. It's like a $2.30. It's a biopharmaceutical company that does nothing but handle like cannabis and cannabinoids. It trades at like $2.30. It's got debt out the wazoo, and it's nothing but a fucking story. But she has movement. Simple enough. She moves enough to make profitable trades. It's called the 22nd Century Group. She had a volatile day today. She had like 3-point swings or 3% swings, but decreased levels of nicotine and nicotinic alkaloids in tobacco plants and levels of cannabinoids in cannabis plants through genetic engineering and plant breeding. I like that idea. This is a scumbag stock, though. If you're trading this, you don't believe in the company. You're trading this solely to make a dollar. There's a lot more that are out there that are like that. I know you've traded them. A lot of them are biopharmaceutical companies that are on their way out the fucking door that trade 62 cents a share. It trades down to like the 10,000th of a penny. It's like 0.6237 is like my price point.
Okay, here's one. I got one. Let me see if I can.
Give me another scumbag stock.
You're going to like this one. You ready? You got the search bar ready?
Mm.
Ticker symbol ATNM.
Oh, I've traded this one before. Yeah, 0.666 ACTINIUM Pharmaceuticals. Once again, this is a scumbag stock. I hate to say it. This is they looked in monoclonal antibodies deliver radioisotopes directly to cells of interest in order to kill those cells. Don't know what that means. Oh, okay, for cancers. Okay, this was a cancer research company, and I hate to say it, they didn't do their job. They didn't do well, and it's now valued at 66 cents a share. The market cap, if I can find it,
I got it.
67 million. Oh my fuck. That's a tiny company, dude. That is a tiny company to be traded on the NASDAQ. They are on their way out the door at 66 cents a share. And the only people that are trading this are people trying to make like a tenth of a penny. Scumbags. This is all like Wall Street manipulation and scumbag stocks, and you need to avoid it. You need to stay the fuck away from it. Because you will get burned. Now, I am more or less in a scumbag stock at the moment. I don't think it's a complete scumbag stock, but if it is a scumbag stock, I'll absolutely admit it. And I'm in Groupon right now. They've definitely
You don't believe in
Groupon? I kind of do. I mean, I'm not excited about it. I really like the way that it trades, and they are a profitable business. They're just very cheap.
Have you ever used Groupon?
I have. I've actually been very satisfied.
What have you bought?
Shit, off the top of my head, I can't really remember. I know for my girlfriend that I was dating at one point, I bought her for her birthday. It was like a concealed weapons permit class, but it was like, but it was like 25% off, and they could bring a friend for free. So I was like, okay. So I already had my license. So I was like, oh, cool. So she always wanted to get it done. I was like, oh, the two of you guys can go, and you guys can go get certified together. And so they did that, and something like that's pretty cool. Personally, like, I don't use it all the time just because I don't buy a lot of shit. Like, I don't go out that much. I try to save my money, and I think Groupon is one of those things that tries to go for people who like to spend their money. So I think it has a lot of utility. I think it's very useful. It's great marketing for small businesses, and it's a profitable company. So I'm about it. I don't know if I would ever like long-term hold Groupon. I like it as a short-term trading vehicle, and I think it's going to be around to stay.
Okay.
There you go. That's my fucking answer on Groupon. Let's move to today's talking point, which is HODL. I love HODL, baby.
Do you know like where it came from?
HODL, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, is internet slang for hanging on for dear life.
Hang on for dear life. If you're HODLing, you're hanging on, yeah.
HODL, hanging on for dear life, and it's spelled like, it's also a play on the pun of the word hold.
Yeah.
And what it was used as a term to describe cryptocurrency traders during, I'm going to call it the great bubble of 17.
There's a link. I have a link to the guy that first said it.
Mm-hmm. But basically what it is in rapid volatility, in times of like just drastic change, and you're taking in the ass, we hold on for dear life. We hang on to our stock. We remember why we bought it. We remember why we bought that Bitcoin, and we hold on and we keep buying more, no matter how much it hurts, because it's something that we believe in. It's something that we love. That's HODL, baby.
Do you want me to read the article?
Yeah, hit me with the article.
It's about a paragraph long.
Okay, go for it.
All right. It's on a Bitcoin...
Read it in a Jamaican accent.
Okay. BitcoinTalk.org. It's like a forum page, and the guy, the topic, his headline is I am HODLing. And then he says, I typed D that title twice because I knew it was wrong the first time. Still wrong. Whatever. Girlfriend's out at a lesbian bar. Bitcoin crashing. Why am I holding? I'll tell you why. These aren't all caps when I yell. It's because I am a bad trader, and I know I'm a bad trader. Yeah, you good traders can spot the highs and lows, pit, pat, piffy, wing, wong, wang, just like that. Make $1 million bucks, sure, no problem, bro. Likewise, the weak hands are like, oh no, it's coming down, I'm gonna sell. Hee hee hee. And then they're like, oh god, my asshole. Excuse the language. When the smart traders who know what the fuck they're doing buy back and buy. But you know what? I'm not part of that group. When the traders buy back, I'm already in part of the market capital. So guess who you're cheating? Day traders, not me. Those taunt threats saying, oh, you should have sold. Yeah, no shit, I should have sold. I should have sold moments before every sell and bought moments before every buy. But you know what? Not everybody is as cool as you. Only sell in a bear market if you're a good day trader or an illusion noob. The people in between hold. In a zero-sum game such as this, traders can only take your money if you sell. HODL, baby.
So basically, it started between an argument. Between like someone who was like very amateur at trading against people who claim to be like good crypto traders. Is that correct?
I don't know. No, it's just
I don't know what I got.
He started a forum post that said why I'm holding.
Mm.
He said HODLing. Why I'm
say
HODLing.
HODL.
Yeah. And that's started the term HODL.
do you like the concept of HODL, or do you think it's a stupid, naive
I think it's
thing
a
to
perfect example.
Jesus, I'm sorry. I was sick this weekend. I apologize. I'm having a coughing fit, but go on. I'm going
I
to.
think it's the
cough out.
perfect. What he just said, what I just quoted, is the perfect example. No one can take your money if you don't sell.
It's true.
These are your assets. No one can take that value from you unless you sell.
It's true. This goes into our last episode about realized gains.
And also, it's a currency. Like, no one's taking your currency unless you sell your currency.
Exactly. Until you actually put in that sell order, you do not realize that loss. So when your $10,000 Bitcoin goes down to 5,000, you still have your Bitcoin. It's just valued less. Until you actually sell, you haven't lost any money. So when you hodl, you're hanging on for dear life. I feel like a lot of it comes with the attachment to that security. There's a lot of things that we would want to hodl. I like how we just say hodl.
Hodl, baby. We'll make sure it's.
So, like,
there's
for
already
example,
shares being sold.
There are certain stocks I could tell you right now that if they were in my portfolio and I was a long-term investor, I would just hang on for dear life no matter what the fuck happened. And my prime example of that would be Berkshire Hathaway.
What?
No matter what happens in the U.S. economy, I would hodl Berkshire Hathaway. I would hang on for dear life. I would never sell that stock because it will come back. It will fix.
Really? Why do you say that?
Like, because it's so big, dude, and it's so diverse. They're in oil, they're in consumer goods, they're in technology, they're in energy, utilities,
Healthcare,
they're in
insurance.
real estate. Dude, they're so diverse that they can, and he's done that on purpose so that he can survive recessions. So if there's some sort of other bear market or financial crisis, Berkshire Hathaway is something that I would absolutely fucking hodl. I don't think that they will ever go bankrupt. Not in my lifetime. Fuck no. I think it is a good part of everybody's growth portfolio. So that is definitely something. It's almost like its own index fund, to be honest. Like that, you should have that right next to the S&P 500 when Jim Cramer gives
7% in the last 3 months.
Yeah, but where's it going to be in 5 years?
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
it's a good time to buy. It's on sale.
Okay. It's on sale. I was so convinced that bitch was going to go to 200. So she was at like 194. I was like, dude, she's gonna fucking go. She's fucking prime.
As soon as I saw that like $2 premiums.
Dude, she's like triple bottom. She's here, bro. She's gonna fucking go. She's gonna fucking go, bro.
They went the other way. We should have strangled that shit.
She
strangled it.
I never strangled Berkshire. No.
Dude, you should come strangle you down with me, baby.
I ain't. I'm not big into the buying of options. I'm big into the selling.
What are you gonna do? Just get 100 shares of UDOW and sell them?
Dude, do you know how much money you would make just selling weekly UDOW calls at the money?
Yeah, tons of money.
Oh, it's like how did you see shit like that, and it's like, how does the rest of America not know about this?
I'm gonna do it. I guess I can't do it on margin, you know.
No, but you can buy the shares.
Oh,
you buy the shares on margin, and then you can sell the call.
What? How much more?
And as long as your interest rate that you're making is outperforming your margin interest, that you're fucking solid. So you hold on to a dividend-paying stock and flip a covered call on margin, you're fucking set, bro. You are set. You're gonna make that money.
Excuse me. So yeah, So you're hodling. Okay, so that's pretty good. That'll lead me into my next point. I would hodl index funds. Like the Dow Jones.
Yeah, absolutely.
DIA or SPY. Just throw one of those into your portfolios.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if you are a true, I feel like I said, it comes back to your belief. Like, I am in the markets because I believe they will always be here. These assets will always be here for me to utilize and grow my wealth. They will always be here. And that is a reason why I am so faithful to the system. Because I believe in it.
Excuse me.
And I feel like unless you if you don't believe, then you're not really hodling. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you
trading, yeah,
believe is going to be there tomorrow. So you put your heart and your soul and you stay convinced that it's going to come back. That is the reason that you hodl. you look beyond the delusional shit and you just stand behind like what history has proven, that it's everything will come back. The bear markets will buff out. The bull markets will come down, but at the same time, the bear markets will buff out. That is why we HODL, baby. So I think index funds are another great one to HODL.
So we should have a blue chips episode. Like, not all blue chips are blue chips.
It's true.
Should
Like
watch
Netflix. I feel like it's very inflated. It's only a blue chip because it's inflated.
Is Netflix on the Dow?
No.
Okay. It's probably too expensive to go on the Dow. I think that's they're saying like Amazon's too expensive to go on the Dow. Dude, it would fucking rock the index.
Dude, it would.
God,
it absolutely would. Hold on, I'm getting the exact. I'm almost positive Netflix is not on there. I know Disney is. Yeah, Disney is on there.
Yeah.
Netflix is not.
Yeah.
So.
Dow fucking Jones, buy a t-shirt.
Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if one day that changed. I would not be surprised at all. At all.
Yeah. Y'all go buy some Bitcoin. This was the price that it was last summer. Go buy
Let's
some
go.
Bitcoin.
Let's do it again. Let's have another fall.
Let's go to 12K. Come on, let's double it.
Let's have another fall, baby. Anyway, Nathan, I think that's it. You watching anything this week?
Yeah, baby.
What do you got going on over there, you sneaky son of a bitch?
I restructured. I sold a bunch of option contracts, and with the profits, I made a little portfolio, a little core holdings.
Kind of restructured, kind of got some stocks, kind of anchor you down a little bit.
Got some monthly dividend coming in. Got some REITs.
There you go.
But the one I'm watching is AAPL Apple.
Ooh, very sly.
She was doing well today. She was up like 5% on the, or 4.24, no, 2.33% on her high today and ended at 1.24%. I bought that yesterday on the low.
Oh, so you caught all of it.
I guess I bought it on the high.
So you caught all of it pretty much, though.
I caught a lot.
Well, that's awesome. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm
long Apple. Long Apple.
Absolutely. I think that they I HODL Apple.
HODL Apple, baby.
HODL Apple.
There you go.
I hate to say it because you know what I'm gonna use, baby.
Don't say it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I have a good reason.
Why? Don't.
But it's easy money, Nathan. I like to direct people to easy money.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear it.
It's the Ford Motor Company.
Oh, disgusting.
She touched 1209. Giggity. She is sitting at 1152. She has given all of that back. And I think it was all complete bullshit. Anyway, that huge run up. I think even 1150. So I like the downside to 1133.
Oh really? I have 2 shares right now.
2 of them?
Yeah, I got one for free. Yeah, it's 1165.
Okay, that's not horrible. Yeah. I think we're going to 1133. I think there's going to be a little bit more sell off. I think some people are going to lock in a little bit more profits. And the tax, tariff, Trump bullshit, the TTTs, the triple Ts.
Hey,
I think that's going to cause a little bit more volatility in that area.
Oh, you know what? I like volatility when I'm strangling an option, especially a triple leveraged option.
Yeah. When you're strangling, you got your strangling.
When it's moving, it's fucking moving, baby.
That's good. So what is working out better, the call or the puts?
The puts are putting out, dude. There we go.
But if you bought nothing but the put, it's going to skyrocket.
That's
why you got to buy the spreads.
That's why you got to hedge yourself, dude. I mean, I've taken that risk before, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
can you explain your strategy like very simply to other people who don't kind of get what you're doing?
Yeah. Strangle. So I'll explain the straddle first. How about that? You want that first?
Yeah. Just go ahead and do straddle because I don't want to get too
straddle. Here we go. So it's an options contract.
Here we go.
And basically, if the option contract cost $400, And the call option costs $400. So call options means you think the stock's going up. Put option means you think the stock's going down. If you buy a $400 call option and a $400 put option contract, one of them is going to drain out to zero theoretically, and so, but the other one's going to shoot up, especially if it has higher volatility and it skyrockets there faster. The price is going to rise much faster.
Mm-hmm. Because all you're looking for is movement. You don't care if it's going up or down. You just don't want it to go sideways.
Just want it to go.
You just need it. You want 5% up. You want a fucking recession. You don't care. You just need movement.
And honestly,
I think it's beautiful strategy.
Yeah, because it's great because like 400-point days like we had on like Monday or whatever. Like I was up on my put call spread by $100, and I was like, I'm taking that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna grab that money. That's $100 at the casino. I'm grabbing that.
Oh yeah, you take your money and you walk away. What kind of game was that? That was like what, 33% one day, something like that.
I don't remember. Yeah, it was like 20 something, I think.
Yeah, but still, like that's perfect. Like that's what we're going for. People don't get that in a year. You got it in a fucking day on a single trade.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely something to be proud of. I think it's an absolutely beautiful strategy. It is for a little bit more of an advanced trader, someone who's been doing this for a while, and someone who is interested in options. The biggest thing about those spreads that I have learned myself is that you've got to buy time. You've got to have at least got to have time. You can't do this in a 2-3 week thing.
No.
Because you will get sideways and it will fuck.
I like to do my options like 2 months out.
2 months.
Yeah.
Now, do you have you ever sold like, okay, so when I was spread trading, I would do like sometimes my put would instantly gain a bunch of money and my call would lose. So I would sell the profits on the put and then your call comes back. So then you sell that.
Yeah,
so then
I thought about doing so. That happened to me when I was selling out of my spread.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was trying to sell and my prices weren't hitting and the price would sink a bit and I was losing more money. And then I saw like it was going to go back up and I read the chart. Is that weird to say?
No.
I read the chart and then I thought it was going to go up. And then so I canceled the trade and let it go up, and it went up further. So I technically gained more money.
Yeah,
the spread got,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it decreased.
Like it worked perfectly though.
Or it increased, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was money you planned on losing anyway.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
So you still lost, but you lost less now because the call went up.
Exactly. It's very beautiful. It can be very tricky. You've got to know what you're doing. But if it's a strategy you know how to employ, it's a dangerous tool to keep on your belt.
It's gotta move though. Like it can't stay in that like middle ground area.
No, it's gotta get going.
Yeah.
You gotta shit or get off the pot.
Because like eventually you're gonna have like more losses. Like if it's down, your call is gonna be fucking down.
Oh yeah.
And you want to drain that call as soon as possible and get those put profits.
Mm-hmm. You gotta lock in something.
I feel like is that like, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it works.
Yeah, it works. Dude, if it works, exploit it. Remember my patterns episode? I think it was a solo episode. I don't know if you got the chance to listen to it. Talk about patterns. I said if you can find a pattern and you find something that works for you, fuck if it's conventional or not. If it works for you, exploit it. Exploit it. If your spreads are working for you and the 60-day outlook is working for you, fucking don't change it. Exploit it, use it, and abuse it. Make it work for you, man. I love it.
So that's a little digression on options.
I like it.
Advanced session. We should have a little cut after this, and we'll say for an advanced session on options contracts, skip to this part of the video. We'll do that later. But yeah, that's a podcast, man.
And that's fun, man. It's unfortunate that we had to wait this long, but we're busy men, dude. We are busy guys.
I'm about to send this file to you and then go to sleep.
Dude, I hear you, man. We're not day traders yet. We have real jobs, unfortunately. But
well, I kind of day trade.
Yeah. You paying the bills with it?
I could, but I'm saving it mostly.
I like it.
I could pay the bills with it. Yes.
Oh, there you go. That's what it's all about, man. Make it real. Make it real, man. All right, bro. Well, let's get off. Let's get you tucked in.
Good night, guys.
Good night.